What's up guys, we're taking delivery on a new television. Come and check it out. In the truck right here, we have the new TCL QM8L, and I'm excited to show you guys. Let's go.
Later.
Hey everyone, Tech Steve here, and I'm excited today because we have the 2026 TCL QM8L. Now I did a review on the X11L, which costs a lot of money, but this one is a little bit more bargain priced, but it has similar technology. I got a chance to see this TV back in Las Vegas for CES, and I think it's pretty impressive, but we don't know for sure. Chances are that when you get these at your house from like a Best Buy or something like that, you won't get it in this shipping box. This is for content creators. So we have it out of the box, but in my opinion, 75 inches is the sweet spot for most people. And this television is packed full of features that I know you're gonna love. For example, it does support Google Gemini, which is gonna give us that AI searching feature. And keep in mind, TCL is official partner of NFL. This TV also supports Dolby Vision IQ, Dolby Atmos, HDMI, DTS. So you guys get the point, right? It's fully loaded. So it looks like that's the base for it. Over here we have the goodie bag, we have the base piece. And to be honest, it looks like the same type of setup that you got in the QM8 series, but let's continue. And since this is a 75 inch, I'm gonna need a little help with this. So I'm gonna have Xander, my camera guy, come on over. Hey Xander.
Yeah, blessed it.
Hey man, can you lift that side up and we're just gonna slide this box up.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. There we go. All right, thanks man, appreciate it. Now one thing you notice here on the back side, it has cardboard, and that's for the screen, and we'll go ahead and show the back of it in just a minute. All right, get this top piece off. And then there's some plastic right over here. We'll go and get that off. I swear, this looks just like the last year's series, except more premium. Here's all the pieces that comes with it. This is a wire maintenance. So what we're gonna do is just take this and fold it into the base right here. And as you see here, it has some screw holes right there. We'll just go ahead and get that all set up, and then I'll show you the next part. And keep in mind, if you're gonna use a drill, make sure it has a clutch on it so you don't strip anything out. When you look at the back of the TV, it does have two different types of hole patterns. So if you want the TV to be lower to the table, you're gonna use this top one. And if you wanna leave a little gap for a sound bar, you're gonna use the bottom one. And for me, I'm just gonna go ahead and just use the bottom one because I like to have that little extra space. Now I'm not gonna install this yet, but it does come with this cover, like I said earlier, for wire maintenance. You can pretty much just snap that right in place and hide all your wires, go through there, and it comes out the back. Pretty cool. There's not many changes on the back of this TV compared to last year's model, but I think the biggest change will be picture quality. You still have the B&O subwoofers here, and it has speakers on the bottom over here. It also uses that computer style power cord, which is okay. And it has screw holes here so you can easily mount it on the wall. Now, as far as connection, we have a USB 3.0, a USB 2.0, Ethernet connection, 4 HDMI 2.1s, and this is eARC for your soundbar, as well as a TV tuner and a optical output. Now I'm about to do a screen pull, but I want to show you guys the glare on the TV. So right now it has this film on it, and if I get back here, this is the glare that we're getting with the screen on it. Now as I pull this off, let's go ahead and watch and see if the glare changes. Satisfying. And this should give you an idea what kind of glare. Now my light's pretty close to the television, and this is larger than I normally have here, but that gives you an idea. Now let's go and get it set up and do some tests on it. All right, so I got everything all set up. Let's go ahead and see what some of the basics features are. And keep in mind, this is not the full review. The interface on this TV is extremely fast, and it's thanks to the MediaTek processor that they use in it. And Google includes this free live TV that you can stream content anywhere you want to use it. Now, one thing about this TV, it does have the ATSC 3.0 TV tuner. And what that is over the air 4K content, and it's still coming out, but a lot of people do want this. You guys probably know this, but Google has one of the robust app store, and TCL has a few apps they added to it, like Quick Panel, T-Solo, which is a music player, And this TV can become wall art with this T-Exhibit software. And you can hook up a USB drive, a hard drive, or even a network, and you can play it, stream it directly to the television with this media player that's included with the TV. And if you haven't heard about it, this TV also has the Google AI assistants, which they call Gemini, built right into the interface. You can ask it questions. You can also find out the current news briefs. And you also can use this remote control and the voice commands to create your own artwork on the television. A turtle with an elephant on his back. And personally, I can't get enough of AI. Check this out. There's a turtle with an elephant on his back, and it did make some different variations of it. But the one thing about AI, it is extremely clean. Now here's all the settings, and you can get quick access to screensavers, input, sound, all that good stuff. And your inputs, this is where you can scan for channels here at the top of it. You also can rename all your different inputs, and you have control of CEC, and this protocol allows different devices to connect each other. Back in the day, if you had a cable box, you would use an IR sensor to control the channels with the television, but nowadays it all runs through HDMI. So each device that you connect with handshakes with one another. So there's no need for those older IR sensors. Now we're not going to go to all this, but you do have access to your picture settings, screensavers, sound settings, and your audio outputs. And remember, this TV has 4 HDMI 2.1. So now you can hook up your gaming consoles to all the different inputs, and you can have one that goes over to your soundbar. And this is something we've been dreaming about for years, and it's finally here. And it is running the latest TV version of Google, which is Android 14. It has 52 gigabytes of internal storage. You can also cast to it with your Android device. And personally, I don't know if you use Apple AirPlay, but if your TV has it and you have Apple devices, go check it out. The great thing is I have like one of those HomePods, and I can pause the TV directly from it with an Apple TV. Plus, I can also turn off my lights and things like that directly from the TV. Not only is the remote control running off Bluetooth, but you can also go in here and add your own accessories. And we're talking about speakers as well as headphones. But in some cases, you will have lip sync problems. But being that the fact this has the newer version of Bluetooth, you should be fine. But just letting you know, if you get a delay, that's where it's coming from. Now let's just pull up some quick YouTube videos just to see what it looks like on movies. 2026 movie trailers. Now to do this test, we're gonna go ahead and turn off the lights. That way we get a little bit better image on the television. I'll just set it to filmmaker's mode now because usually that's the most accurate, but I will take the brightness out of equal mode so we can get a little bit brighter picture. And just so you know, the TV will automatically default to an equal mode just because it's so bright. This makes the image a little bit more clearer for most people. And that's using the filmmaker's mode, as you see right here. And the TV looks pretty natural. I see just a little bit of motion blur. I want to check out this clip because it seems a little bit darker, and I would say that it's picking up a lot of shadow details. I mean, this is a very dark scene, and look how clean it looks. But I want to pull up a couple of these picture profiles so you can see the differences. Like this is the vivid mode, standard mode. And if we go back to this filmmaker's mode, it looks the most natural. Which, if you want a little bit more brightness, movie mode seems to make it just a little bit more lighter. One thing I've noticed is that this TV has very good contrast. And this is because, first of all, it has a WHVA panel, which I'll go over some of that stuff later on in a full review. And it also has up to 4,000 local dimming zones. Now, they don't specify which size have different zones, but what I'm seeing on a 75-inch is going to be ideal for people who are looking to watch movies, according to what I can see. Now I want to play something a little bit brighter, and this is pretty much a new movie called Pressure, but look how deep in the bulk is in the background and how natural the skin tone looks. Unfortunately, I can't play a lot of movies because of copyrights, but my first impressions is that this TV looks really nice, clean, and it is pretty accurate according to what I can see right here. Now let's check out the PlayStation and check out the resolution on it. And the first thing you notice is whenever you turn on a game for the first time, it gives you a layout that it is going to go into game bar. But if you hit the remote control and then you go over here to game master, you see it says automatic. And that's a great thing because you don't have to configure anything. The TV knows what it is and it automatically adjusts itself. Look how clear this picture is. Nice. This HDR actually shows up really good. I'm getting a lot of specular highlights, but just wanted to do a quick little gameplay just to show you guys roughly what it looks like.
Health low.
Epic fail. As far as the gaming bar, at the top of it, you see all your counters and the mode that the television is in. You also have this aiming aid that puts that circle on the center of the screen, so it's gonna be great for certain games. You have a magnifier that you can move around, and as you can see there, this is something that you can adjust whenever you need to. There's also picture profiles. You can turn auto low latency off and on. Yeah, variable refresh. And there's another feature in here that I haven't seen before. First of all, you have to turn off variable refresh rate, and then you get this feature called overdrive, where you can put the TV in a turbo mode, fast mode, or regular mode. And then there's a shadow enhancer, and you still get the floating frame counter in there. It supports HGIG, which is a standard for gamers. Like I said, I didn't want to go too far in here. I just want to show you guys roughly what this TV was all about. And so far, I'm liking what I see. But here's the thing, if you guys have questions about this TV for the full review, leave me a comment below. And don't worry, in the future, as soon as I get time, I will start doing comparison videos like no other. Now keep in mind, on the PlayStation, it will support up to 120 Hertz. It also has HDR, 1440p is all supported, and 1080p is all supported. So I just got this information today. This is all the specs that I need to make the full review. And I will tell you that I will go in a lot more details. I'll talk about the technology of the television, talk about the backlights. We also get into the processor. I'll do some demos for you, movies, some more games with a PC, as well as talking about some of the other things that this TV has to offer as far as picture quality. And then later on, we'll follow up with a comparison against some other models. And I may include the X11L plus the last year model QM8K. But that's all we have in this video. If you guys have any questions, please go ahead and leave a comment below, and I'll get everything ready to go. And in a few weeks, I'll come out with the full review when the release is up. That's all I have on this video. If you guys don't mind, go and subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.